Wow, I'm actually nervous. I usually do a lot of stage performances and stuff. The nerves never quite go away, no matter how much experience you have. Hello. Hello. Hi. To the one person who's watching. Hello. Nice to meet you. Oh, you can see my cursor. Is there a way to turn that off? Give me a sec. There we are. Hello, lovelies. Hi! I thought it was another account of mine for a sec. Hello, happy to be here and happy to see you. This is Wanna Wannabe here reporting for duty. And I really didn't expect to have a debut at first. I'm gonna be real honest. I was never expecting to actually make a whole debut thing. I just wanted to start streaming one day. And then I realized, wait a second, if I start streaming one day, I'm not gonna have any people who come in and watch, which is usually fine. I stream for my friends and nobody comes to watch me anyway, mostly because they're busy with college and stuff. It's a normal thing. It happens often. Hello, thank you for coming. Happy to have you here. And I suppose we should get right into this. Oh, whoopsie, whoopsie. My computer sucks. By the way, it's a it's pretty much a Mac. It man man it opened Twitter. Give me a second. Wait. Give me a second. I think I had the slides open, and then I think the slides got closed. Whoopsie. All right, slideshow. All right, here we go. It should actually work this time. So, the whoopsie daisy. I'm I'm terrible at this. Um, So, this is Wanna Wannabe here reporting for duty. I'm 18. My birthday is August 23rd. I just turned the magical number the other day. I am very tiny and species shark maybe a little bit of a question mark there. Honestly, when I was making this model, I knew I wanted it to have sharp teeth, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. That was the only thing I wanted out of the whole model. She looked completely different before. She had silver hair and blue eyes. And my likes, I really like vegetables. I love music and I love baking and cooking. I also really enjoy singing. I really enjoy it. Like before I started streaming, I was singing along to the song, and I which is actually called Finale Themes by Dvorak. I played that in middle school. Fun fact. That was such a fun song to play, and I really love magical girls and mermaids. My two very childhood obsessions. I've my the first time I got exposed to magical girls was Winx Club and stuff. And I guess My Little Pony has some of those elements too with the whole transformation kind of stuff, especially in Equestria Girls, that series is a lot of fun to watch even now when I'm technically an adult. I can't see chat because I'm looking at my screen. Whoopsie. Uh, the stream manager. Oh, yeah, that is a band kid song for sure. That was it. It also pops up in a lot of different places, and a lot of famous movie songs. are based off of that one fun fact. It's actually really cool. Like my band teacher did like a whole history lesson on that. I'm getting sidetracked. I'm sorry, I have ADHD. I also really love mermaids. My favorite Disney movie is The Little Mermaid. I That's always been my favorite Disney movie. And when I was younger, I used to even look up those how to turn into mermaid videos online because I was kind of stupid and dumb. But, I mean, to be honest, I also really loved swimming, and the house I grew up in had a pool. So, like, becoming a mermaid was kind of like a dream because I could stay underwater and swim for as long as I wanted. And then my magical girl obsession grew after I started watching Sailor Moon in, I think, around 6th grade. And I even have a vintage Sailor Moon doll that my mom originally had. It's pretty cool. And the words are fun. Yeah. And I collect a lot of Sailor Moon snacks and stuff. Like we have a couple Asian markets where I live, and they have these little ocean bomb drinks, and they have ones for One Piece and My Hero Academia, but I like getting the Sailor Moon ones because the cans are really pretty, and I emptied them out. First I drank them, and then I emptied them out, and then I went through the painstaking process of removing the sticker that had all the nutrition facts in English so that I could display it on my shelf, and they are still displayed there to this day. My favorite Sailor Scout would be Sailor Saturn, which I can't remember which season she's in, but I want to say season 4. I think there are like 5 seasons. I can't remember. It's been quite a while, but after watching Sailor Moon, I watched the Glitter Force on Netflix, which was quite fun. Like honestly, despite the fact that they changed a lot of the characters' names, I feel like those dubs were pretty good. And I can kind of understand why they changed the names because it is made for kids, and having names that are hard to pronounce might make it hard for the kids to kind of enjoy and appreciate the show. But, I mean, after a certain age, I don't think it matters. But I would like to see Netflix do more Pretty Cure dubs, because those are really fun. And I think Netflix does know how to put out some pretty decent dubs. And as someone who cooks and bakes a lot, it's nice to put on a dub in the background rather than having to pause every time I want to cook myself a meal and then put the TV back on. And then the animes and manga I watch. I drew this on my iPad last night after I realized that the 30th, 12 a.m. on the 30th was actually right now rather than a day later. So I panicked and did a lot of this. And my favorite manga of all time is Himegoto, and I don't necessarily know how to describe it, but ever since I read it, I read the whole thing in one night. It was 100 chapters, and I loved it. I loved it so very much. And also 100 Girlfriends. Oh my god. I forgot to put the S. But yeah, I really love that one too. I watched the anime and I read the manga, and then when I found out it was getting a season 2, I nearly screamed. I was so excited. I'm also watching Oshinoko, but I kind of ran out of room, and it's Texas, and my room is on the second floor of our house, so it gets like really hot. Like I have like 2 to 3 different fans running pretty much all the time. Like we even get regular weather warnings simply because of the heat. and the house can't really keep up with the heat either, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I'm watching. Last night when I was doing this, it was really hot and I was really tired, and I was also hunting for jobs because I really want to get some more nail polishes from a brand that I really like, because I've really enjoyed doing my nails lately. But my mom only has shades of red, which kind of drives me insane because I need more color. I mean, like, this little doodle right here, I love color. That's the kind of stuff I love. Those fun little colors and shades. I like doing art that involves colors and shades. And I do draw. So maybe we'll do an art stream occasionally, but because whenever I did art, I was usually on some sort of ADHD medication. I find trouble getting motivated to actually draw and do stuff like that without medication. And even then, sometimes I just get overly frustrated because I'm motivated to draw, but I don't have an idea. And that is very, very frustrating. That's what happened to me a lot in middle school. And so I would just end up wasting a lot of my art supplies just trying to draw something, but not being able to actually draw anything because I have no idea what I want to draw. I got sidetracked. Wow. Okay. I've also read the entirety of the Tokyo Ghoul manga. Fun fact, I read the entirety of it in the span of a week, and I have the screenshots to prove it. Demon Slayer. I watched the first couple seasons, and then I stuck to reading the manga because it was, like, all the way back in middle school. And then, like, COVID hit, and, I had to switch to reading the manga online, which was a difficult switch, but I ended up finishing it, like, a year later. But now I just like watching people watch the anime and suffer because of all the stuff that goes down. And I'll definitely watch the rest of it when it's done releasing. Absolutely. And then Pretty Cure. I love Pretty Cure. My favorite at the moment is Wonderful Pretty Cure, and oh my god, it makes me so happy. We take in quite a few animals that we literally find off the street sometimes, and Wonderful Pretty Cure just has this soft, warm, animal loving vibe to it, and that I really relate to that. And there have even been a couple episodes that just made me cry because it reminded me of how it felt to take in our dogs. Like, one of our dogs was literally found by our friends at their bus stop for school in the morning, and her mouth was taped shut, which was unfortunate. And then they were on the way to the animal shelter where they were going to drop her off. They were stopping at a party, and I kind of fell in love with her, and I'm like, I couldn't leave her behind. This was all the way back in 5th grade, and my dad is a bit of a sucker, and he also really liked her, and now she lives with us. And in typical stray dog fashion, she is pretty territorial, although she has never bit anyone. I mean, she goes after other animals. I mean, she's a terrier. It's in her blood. But usually we have a small backyard, so usually I can like just tackle her gently, and it'll be fine. I once had to tackle her because she went after a possum. The poor possum. I gave the possum a little snack, which I know you're technically not supposed to do, but I just felt so bad. So I left some food out for it, and she got banished to the upstairs bedroom, which is my room. She sleeps with me every night. And then, of course, I love Sailor Moon. Oh, that's what reignited my years-long passion for what I then realized was magical girls. and then Madoka Magica. I love a good dark anime. I really like horror. Ironically enough, my three favorite types of anime are children's anime, horror anime, or horror depressing thriller and whoopsie, and then degenerate anime. I've been watching Mushoku Tensei, and I wanna read the light novel a lot. I really do. That it seems like it would be such a fun little novel to read. I've heard really good things about it, and I'm all caught up with the anime, and I can't wait for the third season to come out. And then there's also ReZero, which is getting a third season, and I'm so excited. And then Konosuba, which just got its third season recently. There's so many other anime and manga that I've watched. I've been watching them since I was in 6th grade. And even before that, once I hit my head while playing around in my grandmother's bedroom, and the first thing that was on the TV when she turned it on was Dragon Ball Z, and that was my first ever exposure to anime. And I was so small, I can't even remember how old I was. I think I was just like in 1st, 2nd, or 3rd grade. So yeah, that was quite a while ago, and I really did do this in the middle of the night. So like, I was very tired, and then my Apple Pencil died, so I didn't get to finish it, and then I got distracted watching Pretty Cure, and I'm currently watching Tropical Rouge Pretty Cure, but I'm waiting for the right moment to watch those final 4 episodes, because I need to be in the state where I can watch all 4 of them consecutively in a row. Otherwise, I feel like I'll be missing out on part of the experience. So yeah, let's go back to Streamlabs. Streamlabs, yay! And then oh oh this is where I filmed a lot of shorts on YouTube. If y'all haven't seen that, it should be linked on my Twitch. If not, I can put it in chat real quick. I'll do that for y'all real quick. But anyway, I film a lot of my shorts with this background. It's a free background I got off of Booth, which is like I don't know how to describe it, but it's a fun little site where you can get things like VTuber and VRoid based stuff, and I worked with VRoid quite a bit. I made this model with VRoid, so let me send that in the chat real quick. And then I'm currently recording this. We're at 22 minutes. I've been ranting for a while. Yeah. I post a lot of shorts, and this debut is gonna go up on there. And I'll probably just stream whenever I feel like it. And because like what I think I'm gonna do is I mainly started this because I want to be able to stream my process of making these VRoid models and like converting them to be able to be played in VR chat. And like I can open VR chat right now, but it might be really laggy, and you can see some of the stuff I've made, and all the models I make on VR chat, they will all be free, because I use a lot of presets and stuff like that. I say a lot, huh? I use a lot of presets, and just since I use a lot of presets and not all of it is like hand drawn, I want to make sure that people can have access to that. And I'd feel bad putting it behind a paywall. But at some point, because I do have my drawing tablet with me, I really suck at drawing clothes though, so having these presets and the stuff available on Booth is really nice. But at some point, hopefully, I will be able to make I damn it, I gotta I gotta stop saying I don't have any scripts for this stuff. It's, God damn it. The fiddlesticks. I will eventually be making these models for people. Hopefully, I'll be able to take commissions and I'll make custom clothes and all that. And let me share this with you. I gotta see which ones capture specific window. Vroid. Specified window isn't a game. Well, okay then. I guess we're doing window capture, add source, create a source. Sure. Window Vroid. Capture method. Really? It's man, it's showing the stream there too. Why can't you just do Vroid? Say hi. But anyway, I do a lot of Vroid stuff. This model is the one I'm currently working on. Man, it's probably gonna lag a lot. Let me check my phone and make sure that this isn't frozen. Gotta adjust a few things real quick. Can you hear me? Can you? Yes, you can. You can hear me. Okay, fantastic. I don't think you can see my screen though. Window capture. I'm gonna go ahead and delete the window capture, and I'm gonna try this again. I didn't expect there to be this much stuff. Honestly, I know this computer is dog shit. It's just like, so imagine the bottom half of a MacBook without the screen, and then a PC screen. That's what this is. That's my setup. It's not even a real PC. It's an old ass MacBook that's set up with Windows. That's what it is. I hope I can get this to work. Create a new source. Vroid. And It's not working. Why won't you work? Damn it. I'm glad it's not the worst. I'm glad it's not the worst scuff out there. Ah, man. Let me try this. Oh, that worked. Okay, that worked. Lovely. I can hear my mom downstairs. Well, what I did worked, but now, but now I don't know if y'all can see it. So I put myself in front of it, and then, okay, so did I pause my stream manager on my phone? Cause I have a stream manager on my phone, and honestly, I think I might have paused it. Oh well. Yeah, it was paused. So this is the model I'm currently working on. And she has a lot of presets and stuff. Although the hair I did do myself, and all of the coloring I do myself. Like this model took quite a while for the hair because I was really particular about it, and then as well, with the layers, I didn't want them like showing through like this, and like so I would keep editing it, but the more I edited it, the more you can see through the individual strands, and you can see the scalp. And so I really want to fix her, but I don't know how. Like you can see her scalp right here, and I also realized that her color scheme. I do a lot of watercolor, and I realized that her color scheme is more suited to maybe like a watercolor style rather than a digital style. So like now she kind of looks like Takanashi Kiara, which don't get me wrong, she's amazing and her character design is amazing, but I don't want to feel like I'm ripping off Takanashi Kiara. Although she is very pretty. This model and Takanashi Kiara, they're both very pretty, and this is I guess I based the idea I had for her was kind of like an elf, like that one elf in those animes that's always kind of like they give off almost motherly MILF vibes. And then I guess I didn't really edit her expressions much because she is gonna be a Vroid model, but she does have little fangs. She does have fangs, and I think the thing I edited the most was just her vowels. Although I do also have those more suited to flex whenever whenever neutral is on. So it'll be more expressive when neutral is on, so that she can constantly be in a neutral facial position when she's in VR chat. And then the outfit was something I got. It was free on Booth, and I can probably go back and find it when I release Brunei, because I think Booth archives all of your purchases, although I might be thinking of something else. If I am thinking of something else, then I'm not sure I'll be able to find this again. But yeah, it's just a custom dress. And then you can see for my model, the current one I have several different dresses because I also put myself into Miku Miku dance a while back simply so that I could make the little animations for y'all. But I didn't know how to export the video entirely, so I so even though I could make a successful animation that looked pretty good, I kind of sucked at actually exporting it. So I would just screen record it, and then other times I would just experiment and put it into put it towards I would make her dance. I would make her dance, and those and it usually comes with songs. And I'm too like I don't want to get into any copyright issues, even though, um, because I barely have any viewers, there's like a decent chance that nobody will care. I still kind of don't want to do that. Um, but the great thing about Vroid is that she also has physics and all that stuff. Now, usually when I put them into VR chat, I kind of don't really add the physics because honestly, it's fine without. The hair is usually fine without physics, and then you don't really have to worry about other body physics. And then there are also a lot of bones that you have to delete and go through the process of like removing while also keeping them weighted. It's complicated, and I'm probably gonna have to rewatch tutorials to figure it out. But that's okay. um, go back up. I have so many things plugged into this computer. I don't have Bluetooth anything for this. So, like, eventually I hopefully will get a Bluetooth mouse, and then I can plug in my drawing tablet while still having the microphone plugged in. But some streams I'll probably do with my headphone microphone because it's not like terrible quality. Like when I speak confidently, it sounds like a pretty decent mic. And I'm pretty good at speaking quality, I'd say. Speaking quality, it's speaking confidently. I I do um I do a lot of performances on stage, so I kind of had to learn how to do that. So if we look here, we can go through all of the vowels and see how they look with the neutral on. E, O, E, U, E, O. And she's very cute. Very, very cute. And, the eyebrows raise in a bit of a weird way, but I can deal with that later. You can also see how she looks from different angles while staring at you. And then they also have poses, and the animations are very glitchy, and they will probably break the whole stream. So I am not gonna do that because I don't want to break the stream. But there you can also have these little poses, and you can show the controllers, you can hide them, it's pretty easy. Vroid makes this kind of stuff super duper easy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It makes it so incredibly easy. Although it is areas do kind of clip through, and depending on the outfit you have, you can't always add privacy shorts to your characters, which is kind of frustrating, but that's okay. I can show you this model that I'm using right now. Back to model selection. Also, this one is called Tsutsunya, which is another account that I have. It'll probably be the account that I use to like manage all of this stuff. Like, so if you ever see a moderator called Tsutsunyan, that's probably just another account I have. It kind of came about from when Discord had they used to have the number tags at the end of your name, but when they changed that, in my name I had one of those cute emoticons that used kanji, and I guess the kanji for it was sutsu, and I had the word nya in my name, so it kind of translated it into tsutsunya, and I liked it so much that I kept it that way, and that's the origin of that name. As for my current name, probably I'll discuss that later when I'm not constantly stuttering and when this damn model will load. But she did in fact used to have silver eyes. Funnily enough, the whole design was supposed to be all silvery and stuff, and like almost like a crystal hair, like you see in what's that one anime? That one 3D anime, Land of the Lustrous. That anime. I was kind of going for something like that, but it was also like a heat of the moment decision to make her, and so I didn't really have time to go through the whole process of making a whole hair preset or a whole hairstyle, so I used a bunch of presets, and I downloaded some textures off of Booth. I hope you can't hear me burping. I've got these little burps. I'm drinking sparkling water, that's why. But yeah. She was originally supposed to have silver hair and silver eyes. But after a while, I realized that the red looked better. And I also really like the color green. I colored the hair myself, and it looks a bit weird at the top because of how the hairstyle was crafted. It's a preset. So, and not to mention the original textures, I guess their purpose is to make it look as little clippy as possible, so that you can have hairstyles where stuff like this happens and stuff is constantly clipping through each other. But the way I like to color doesn't necessarily suit that. So that's why I decided to make my own hairstyle, and why I'm struggling so much on it with the other model. But if we go to dresses, we can see all the other dresses that we have. It's loading. I think there's like one with a smaller skirt or a bigger skirt. I can't remember, but there's also this dress which I edited as well, because I think I was getting ready to export this model to put in MMD, and the dress that she was wearing kept clipping through, so I was gonna consider using this dress, but there's like another skirt, and those two skirts oftentimes clip through each other. I didn't mean to show the underwear, but it doesn't really matter. It's just a model. And then this one is one that I got off of what's it called? Booth. I got it off of Booth, and a lot of these older textures and dresses and stuff, they actually are imported through PNGs. So what you'll do is you'll create new, and then you'll just import the PNG and delete the original clothing pattern. And usually they'll have instructions that tell you what to do and stuff. And then there's also the made dress, which is nice, and I can edit the skirt volumes separately. So, like, I suppose the most tedious process is editing each individual skirt to, like, be smaller and stuff, so that it isn't constantly, like, just a nightmare to deal with. But it's pretty easy to edit. So, I never worried too much about it. You not to mention, you can always type like negative numbers. Whoopsie. I think I did a hotkey. But you can always type negative numbers. And it'll stay negative. In fact, when doing the bust stuff, I suggest having the chest prominence in the negatives, because it makes the chest look a little more realistic. Like, it's not a big difference, especially with models that have smaller chests, but it's enough of a difference to where it just makes the whole model feel nicer, if you ask me. I mean, I definitely prefer having, like, the ability to adjust that. I'm very particular about boobage, because that is one of the first things I learned how to draw, ironically enough. And since I hate drawing clothing so much, a lot of times the characters that I draw will end up being naked. And so I kind of got really good at drawing boobs. And they're, to be fair, they are a lot of fun to draw. And, don't save. This one is, Tsutsunya here, is the first model I made on this specific Vroid that I have installed on my computer, because I have a laptop. I used to do all this on like a 10-year-old laptop, and it was hell. But anyway, this one, I really like her because I feel like it just, the outfit pairs well. It's also something that I got off of Booth. And then, because the highlights don't always transfer well into VR chat, I decided to paint some on. And I think it actually looks I think it actually looks kind of decent. And while there are definitely things that can be improved upon, it for my first time using Vroid in quite a while, I think she looks pretty good. And then I also think I did a pretty decent job on the expressions. I guess I tend to mute out the expressions a lot, and the visemes, which is what these are called. So, like, they aren't as exaggerated as one would expect. And I feel like that's completely okay. Especially if you're someone like me who doesn't really talk all that much on VR chat. I mostly just stand in a corner and don't even speak. I'll have my, like, microphone unmuted, and I won't speak. But anyway, the first actually I have an outfit that I was originally going to put her in. Also, Control Z works on this program as well, which is great. Where is that outfit? It was this one. This was the outfit I was originally going to put her in. If it'll load. It always takes a while. This outfit right here, this was the outfit I was originally going to put her in, but when I put her in Blender, the skirt patterns, like if you look closely enough, you can see that they aren't on the same layer. And the best way to show this is unfortunately by looking up the skirt. So like you can see the individual layers. And sometimes those tend to mesh together, especially when you're combining meshes in order to reduce the amount of polygons so that you can actually play them in VR chat. This debut has ended up becoming a lot longer than I thought it would be, but that is okay. If y'all want, I can actually... I haven't updated a lot of the models, which usually I will do once or twice after putting them in VRoid or VR chat for the first time. So, like, I can show you them in VR chat. Oh, whoopsie, I just saved it. Oh well. Didn't really change much. Usually it just captured me. Usually what happens is what was I talking about again? I forgot. Oh, now I remember. Usually I'll go back and redo the model a few times just to update it. Because it's not like I can edit a model that I already put through, especially if I'm fixing a lot of the quirks in VRoid. I have to re-input all the information and upload the model again. So it can be kind of lengthy and kind of a pain in the butt, but I find that it's usually worth it. And I highly recommend constantly updating the to the version of Unity that VR chat tells you to update, because it genuinely makes it so easy, because I have to put it into Blender and then Unity, and occasionally Unity or the version that I was using, occasionally it just would decide not to work, and that kind of sucked. So like I'd put all the model information in, I'd input the device names individually, painstakingly, because I like to be specific, and then I'd input the model and it wouldn't work, and then I'd redo the Blender stuff and then redo the Unity stuff, and it still wouldn't work, and so I'd edit. I'd see if another model that I did was working, and then that wouldn't work either. So I'd have to, and at some point I decided to just go ahead and update Unity, and then that magically fixed all my problems, which was super nice. But I still don't think I have the version that's entirely up to date. I think I tried to download it, but it took quite a while, so I haven't entirely updated it yet. I think like part of it was that it just wouldn't install. And then I also... It says VR chat's not responding. Ugh. I'll give it a second. This computer it's really warm right now. I should probably end stream soon, but I do want to show you how they turn out after they're in VR chat, since this is kind of what I do. And then I'm gonna make sure that it's not showing VR chat login. I forgot my damn username. Alright, Google, be my friend. VR chat login. I forgot my username. All right. Let me be a dumbass real quick and just go through my emails and search for VR chat and see which email it's under. VR chat. Alright, I got it. Here we are. What do you mean failed? Give me a second. I thought I had the tab open where VR chat was signed in, so like I could have easily looked at the username, but apparently I don't have that open, and VR chat is not signed in, so I have to sign in, but I don't remember. There we are. I didn't remember what my username was, or unfortunately, what email I used. I have quite a few. I was that weird kid that would just. What did 7 do? Oh. I feel like I'm sharing what I'm typing, but I realize y'all don't know the hotkeys. I know the hotkeys, but y'all don't. This avatar on VR chat, I guess it's private. I'll have to make it public later. My avatars. Should I make this public? I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Switch to avatar. And then let me... I'm trying so hard not to read my email out. I feel like people would have more trouble guessing which email I'm using over guessing my passwords. Because I have so many different emails. A while back, I'm terrible at making friends, and so during high school, I would just make all these separate Discord accounts, and I would prank my friends by inviting them, and it would just be another me. And at some point, after having a long, lengthy conversation with myself, I would reveal that it was in fact me. Sorry for the lengthy silence as I tried and failed to figure this out. Or the lengthy moments of silence. Yay, I'm into... I'm in! Alright, okay. Let me get into my world, and then I can show you the model and all that. And then we'll end it for the night, because it is getting late, and and my mom is gonna drive me around so that we can try to find a job for me, because for some reason everything is online, and I feel like people don't understand me correctly if I'm just applying through my resume alone. I need to interact with people. I took a professional communications class, so my anxiety levels when it comes to professionally communicating, such as situations where like I'm on stage and performing, I would kind of count those as professional communicating. Oh, yeah, so... Oh, it looks weird now that it's in VR chat. I'm really gonna have to edit this model and update it. But here, let me show y'all what I do have. Let me get this up. Game capture at source. Add game capture. Looking for game. That would be nice. I would love to rate someone, even though it's only one person here. I feel like raiding would be fun. There's VR chat. All right. So yeah, this is the model on VR chat, and as I guess the mouth tracking stopped on my model when I switched to VR chat, but it has not been updated in a while, and all the textures look kind of weird compared. Maybe it's just really laggy. I think it's just really laggy. But yeah, all the face textures and stuff, and all the textures in general kind of look a little weird. They don't necessarily transfer very nicely, but the models are still really fun to play as. Like, I don't think there's anything quite as nice as having a model that has been custom made specifically for you in VR chat. It's just a really nice feeling. Also, the saddest thing about making these avatars is that you have to absolutely decimate the characters. You have to destroy them. You have to break them apart polygon by polygon. That's a bit of an over exaggeration. But yeah, and it's a painful process, and I think there are a lot of people who, when they do model creations, they'll leave the decimation part up to the client, and I can kind of understand that. And I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, and if you have that friend, you can send their stream, and I'll attempt to raid. I don't know how to do that very well though. Let me try to figure this out. Shy Hollow. And I have no idea how to raid. Let me look this up real quick. NSFW was fine. I used to draw not safe for work stuff in class. Like, again, I suck at drawing clothes. So I would pretty much just draw these characters that I had naked in class for all to see. It really depended on whether I was actually drawing on my computer or a sketchbook. Gotta look this up online. How to raid on Twitch. Ah. Let me try this. Do I have to do it from computer? Let's try that. Alright, let me try. You can probably hear me watching this stream because my headphones aren't exactly completely on my head right now. So sound can leak through. Man, I always have terrible luck with it stuff. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it will let me raid. Oh, it did it. Spider Floof is raiding. It doesn't look like it said I was raiding. Do I need to fix some settings? Oh, it is? It's working? I'm so confused. Do I have to type it in my chat or their chat? Oh, there it is. I see it now. Yay! Alright. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and log off for tonight. I'm glad we got that to work. Anyway, good night. Sleep tight, y'all. Bye bye.